Welcome to the Broski Dills podcast, the best podcast in all of the land. It's your boy Kiko Flo, Kiko Cervantes, the guy with the accent, and across from me, I mean literally across from me, on the other side of the world is Chef Maurice, the other guy with the accent, the heavier accent people would say. I mean, of course, look at his face, look at his eyes. What are you doing? Are you doing something specific with your hand? Are you having a seizure?
I thought we were gonna high five so we can prove that we're in front of each other.
This is so gay. Okay. I see you're rocking a new. Is that a baseball shirt?
It's a baseball jersey. Yeah.
Oh, a jersey. Can we see it? Can you show a little chest or? Okay, so you got the that's the new one, right? The one they won the championship with?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you acting also nonchalant and shit? Like live
it's
it.
like rubbing. I like rubbing it.
Okay.
It's like
because it's like a patch.
Well, this is not the original one.
It's not the original.
We're for the original.
So this one is more from China.
This is a China brand. But it's like a good replica.
Okay. I mean, the Chinese right now are doing great things.
Well,
I mean,
this jersey is one of them.
In relation to like quality stuff. 20, 30 years ago, yeah, it was bad. Now they do good quality. So.
Do you buy stuff from?
I mean, I've bought things from like AliExpress, and that comes from China. So yeah.
Do they last?
I mean, the things we've bought, I would say, have been all right. I think we've had this conversation in the past. Like, it's not that they are bad; they work decently. The thing is, Amazon
for the price.
Yeah, for the price, and Amazon has dropped in quality too. So this makes it so that you know it's even more worth it to get the cheap things from China. I mean, I'm thinking of even like rocking with the Chinese Communist Party, just like following their credo and shit.
This comes perfectly because I was going to ask you if you had any bad purchases that you might regret.
Bad purchases like in life or recently?
Let's make it recently.
Knock on your mic just to make sure the sound is coming from it.
Yeah.
Is it on?
I mean, if you hear me, it should be on.
And you click like this again? No, on the other one. Now I hear. Okay, so it was always on.
It was always on.
Okay.
Maybe I just need to put it louder.
Yeah, no, you just need to speak like a man. It's the only thing that we're missing. So have I made any big purchases that I regret? Is that the question?
That is a question.
I mean, I have been buying cards for my collection.
But I don't think you regret those.
I don't
Yet.
Ultimately, but when I'm doing it, I do have like a back and forth. Okay, but you're talking about something like really, really regret? I mean, to be honest, I try to be so cautious with money that I don't really have anything that I've spent that I regret. I think everything's been... And I don't have like enough money that you can do regrettable purchases, like... It's not like I have like 30 grand, like, oh, I just wasted it at the casino. No.
Well, it could be like $100 purchase, but it was like a bad purchase. Maybe you got scammed. Have you ever bought like something and they sent you the wrong thing?
Yeah, that sucks. To be honest, with my card little hobby, it's not that big of expenses, and it's worth it. So I wouldn't even consider it there. I mean, maybe going out and eating out, and maybe the place wasn't great. That's something that I might regret. But I mean, if you don't go and try, how are you gonna live? I did find a Korean barbecue place near my crib that I think is ran by Venezuelans.
Interesting.
And it's super fire. Korean? I think I sent you pics.
Korean Venezuelans?
Well, no, they're not Korean Venezuelan. They're full on Venezuelan. But they claim to sell Korean barbecue.
Have you been?
Well, actually, it's not Korean barbecue. It's Korean fried chicken. That's what it is.
It's good. I've had it before.
Yeah, and they do it really well. And I think price, ratio, value, good.
Do you do the shots?
No, they don't have shots here. Like the sake?
No, not sake. They have their own thing. It's actually pretty good.
Oh,
Trying to
actually,
remember.
I think I know what you're saying because they do have these weird drinks that you could order that are like I don't know, like a bubble pop tea or some shit. I don't know. I think I'm wrong, but yeah, they had some weird ass beverage from Korea.
They have, I'm trying to remember the name. I used to do it a lot in San Francisco, and now I forget. My Asian friends got me into it. So
Okay,
it's
but it's
this liquor
alcohol.
that they sell. Yeah. And then you do shots and then you chase it with beer.
Okay, so it's just really just to get intoxicated
Right. So we would go to this Korean place, very good, on Sutter Street,
in San
in San
Francisco,
Francisco. And
and
they
this
had
was
like
a Korean
amazing,
barbecue.
it was Korean, not barbecue, but it was
Mm.
Korean food. So they had the chicken, they had the wings. I don't eat wings, but those wings were fucking amazing all the time.
Is it because
And
you're like you don't like the
I'm
bones of the wing?
I'm a little bitch with my hands.
Okay, so in that case, you're more like a chicken nugget bitch.
A wingless
You're a
wing.
chicken finger bitch.
I'm a chicken finger bitch.
All right, but isn't that weird? You being a chef, you handle all types of animals. Are you like that as well with like crustaceans from the sea?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do it because of my job, but I'm a little. Hmm.
So for
It could be
example,
better if I
like
don't do it.
I'm not like a fan. I like seafood, but I like seafood that's already been sort of prepared in a way. Like I don't like having to grab an animal and break its shell and then like search for the meat. That's not like a thing that I'm a fan of. I will do it at one point if I have to, gun to my head type shit. But it's not something that I love. Now with wings, so you have the same little disdain for the wings.
Yeah, I usually just eat the meat. I don't suck on the bone.
Right. You're not like you don't eat it like goddamn. Like, everybody has an
No,
uncle that really eats the wings.
my my Asian friends, every time we went to this place, they would bitch at me because I wouldn't eat
Right.
the whole wing,
I
and
mean,
then they would suck on the bone.
my girlfriend is like one of those Asians. She
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 sucks on the
eat
bone.
yeah, she really cleans the wings. And I leave them like I could see Asian people criticizing my wings. Cuz
Okay.
I mean, I think I eat them more than you, but I don't go like into the cartilage and everything. No.
No,
That ain't
there's
me.
one that you have to like put your tongue in between so the meat would,
Right.
pop in the back.
I'll do that. That's good practice. So yeah, there's a Korean place I liked. Uh, but I haven't had a purchase where I've been like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Not really. Not really.
Hmm. When we did the registry for our kid, our son, we had to put stuff that, we would actually use because those would be, even though it wasn't a purchase that we made, like it wasn't our money.
You're
We
talking about
didn't
the
want to
registry when you're gonna have a kid and people buy you things for your baby.
like gift,
Uh
yeah, for
huh.
the baby. Um, you would try to put it so it would be like useful things, you know. Because I've heard a lot of stories of people like, oh, I regret buying this for the baby because they never used it.
Mm.
So we try to put like stuff that we needed and that we knew we were going to use. And then later on, if we needed something,
Right, but as opposed to what? Who makes a list with things that they know they're not gonna use? I'm assuming everybody makes a list, assuming they're gonna use the things. Or is what you're
mm,
saying that you are aware of people putting things that they don't use, so you did like a lot of research to make sure that your list included things that you were 100% sure you were gonna use? Is that what you're saying, Chef Maurice?
God damn, you took the words out of my mouth.
Okay, that's what I like to do. Like to take things out of your mouth and present them. Okay, so is that what happened? You did good
No, but
research,
maybe like a car. Like it may not betray to us, but like you see people like regret buying a car,
right?
or when they get to an age where it's like, oh, let me get a 1960 Corvette,
Right.
and then they can't pay it off. That's kind of like regrettable.
No, definitely, definitely. Thankfully, I don't have those issues where like I know of friends, right, that have a lot of those regret. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call them friends, more like acquaintances, right? Like people that are like, oh, I got a new iPhone 16 and I owe, all this money and I pay it every month. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not a thing that a lot of people can do and it's fine for them, right? There's people that are like, oh, I want the new iPhone. I only use iPhone, so I want the best one, and I'll pay it off in the next 2 years. Great. But then there's people that shouldn't be in that bracket, right? They should be more in the Huawei bracket, right? Based on their economy. But they want to have the iPhone. So a third of their salary goes to paying for the iPhone every month, for example. So I know those people. Thankfully, I never had an issue with, vanity or wanting to have this or that. So the only things I spend money on are my little gay hobbies and like the audiovisual production stuff that we use, right? And none of that is regrettable because hopefully that's gonna take us somewhere. Now, eventually, when we realize our demise and figure out we're not going anywhere, then everything will be regrettable. But only then.
So buying the $800 camera, I should hold off.
No, do it because for now it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be regret later.
Satisfaction now, regret
No, but
later.
but we're also banking on it succeeding.
Right, of
So
course.
it's still a parlay. It's still a parlay. Hey, talking about parlays, what do you think about this crazy new trend? Right, you've always been into sports. I know you know a little bit of what people call the gambling, right? Putting that money and doubling it out. Gambling became legal in certain states across the last decades, right? And that made it so now even more states have it, so you can just play online, which is something that I never, because I've never been a bettor. That's not my vice. My vices are different. So I never knew like betting, like you couldn't just do it from your phone, but now it's something you can in certain states legally, right? There's always been ways to do it, through a weird website in the Caribbean, but you can do it now legally. Nevertheless, there's still states in the US that do not allow gambling, right? Not only that, you need to have like 18 or 21 to gamble, if it is even allowed. But now there's a new market coming out, which I think is like the evolution of the crypto bros. Like the crypto scam is coming to an end. So this is the new scam. And it's what's called prediction markets. So these are websites, platforms that open up, and you can, practically the word is betting. You're betting, right? You're betting on like for example, they were betting back in the day if they were gonna throw dildos in the WNBA games. They bet on like when it's gonna be the next missile attack. They bet on like somebody's gonna fall in the Oscars. They bet on all stupid shit, right? And it's pretty much betting, but they sell it as prediction market. This way they can operate in places where gambling is illegal because apparently they're going through a loophole where but in my mind, I'm like, this is retarded. This is obviously gambling. You're putting money on a prediction of something. That's gambling, right? So what do you think of this? And also, have you heard of these prediction markets before? I mentioned them to you. By the way, one of them is called Poly Market.
I have heard of them, and I feel like if I go too deep into that world, you may not see me again. But I know
How so?
maybe I get into it too much.
Oh, like you might like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from what I see right now, I'm in like Kalshi, which is like a competitor of Poly Market.
Well, when you say you're in Kashi,
Kalshi is one of the websites.
You're on it right now, or like
right now. So
you're normally
no, I'm
on
it
it
right now. No,
Okay.
I'm on it right now for the first time ever.
Damn, I
Like, I've
was
never
a little
been
bit
on it.
impressed that you were just so quick, like to get there. It impressed me. Sorry,
Well,
go on.
You started talking about it, and I had to like do a little
Are
research.
you gonna show
so-
us something or not? Well, not yet. Whenever you need.
No, we can talk. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Just different things. I don't know, like when will Bitcoin cross 100K again? So it gives you like two dates, like before January 27 or October 26.
Okay.
And then percentages, and I guess you can bet on each one of those. Unlike the sports one, that you can have multiple bets, this one seems like a very straightforward, like
Right. No
yes or
parlaying.
no. No parlaying.
Which I'm 100% sure that feature is coming, but they have to figure out a way to name it and sell it so that it doesn't
Right.
sound like a parlay. So they'll probably say something like, "Oh no, this is a compounded multiple prediction." and that's not a parlay.
It's like the 2028 Democratic presidential nominee. Same with the Republicans.
Now, I have two thoughts on this. On one side, I don't think I'm against a market where you could bet on different things, not only sports, but just random shit. It kind of reminds me of a movie that I want to rewatch actually soon to see if it holds up, called Rat Race from like 2001. You remember this movie?
Yeah.
Super funny movie about some guys doing like a race through Las Vegas to get to a somewhere for some money. And the whole premise of the show is like these millionaires they're so bored, but they're addicted to gambling, so they make like a gambling out of everything. You know, like Michael Jordan, they say he would play dice with a security guard. You know, these guys would like get the maids and have them hang from the curtains and bet on who was the first one to fall. You know, like shit like that. So I almost feel like these people, like these days, we're just getting to the point where like people just want to bet on everything, and like sports is not enough. There's like a few moments of silent time between a game and another, and I need something else to bet in the meantime. You know, like let me bet on like if they're gonna take more than a minute to bring us our drinks. Like it becomes kind of demented. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a free thinking guy. I want people to be free to do whatever they want with their money and their property. So if you want to spend money and bet on things like that I find crazy, that's cool. My problem is when they don't regulate it correctly. So if you're gonna tell me prediction markets is a new thing and we're gonna regulate it like they do gambling world, which is heavily regulated, then I don't have a problem with that. My problem is when they try to sell it as something that is not, so that it's not regulated. Because what's the problem, Chef Maurice? Until now, it all sounds fun in games, and I like it, and I understand it. Maybe you and I want to fucking put a little bet on something. But you know what's the problem? Insider trading. Insider trading is something that happens in stocks, and it's hard to regulate it, because insider trading, what that means is, let's say Apple is going to announce something tomorrow that's going to be very negative for the company, right? And the stocks are going to go down, and you know that because you work in the executive branch of it, right? You know this information. If you go and sell stock the day before, so that you can sell it at a high rate and not lose when that shit goes down, or maybe buy when it goes down, that's an insider trading move. You are making moves in the stock market where you have leverage due to an unfair advantage, right? That's insider trading. Is that clear?
Clear.
So because it's such a problem, and there's so much incentive to do this, the stock market is regulated heavy as fuck, right? So gambling the same way. The FBI regulates to make sure there's no cheating and shit in the, you know, like some months ago, the FBI got some guys from the basketball team. There was a whole game rigging thing. They regulate it heavily because they're trying to stop that fraud. With prediction markets, they don't have that yet. And it's the one that's the easiest to rig. Because let's say there was a bet on like when was going to be the next missile attack on like the Middle East. And somebody that's like a soldier that works there knows that because he's going to be in that fucking mission. And he sends his cousin that data. And then that cousin makes the bet. A bunch of people made bets right before Maduro got caught because some people knew about it. So what's happening is insider trading is becoming normal. And when they talk to I saw like a little video on it. They spoke to the owners of some of these platforms, of Polymarket and maybe the one you're in. And they openly said, yeah, some people are going to have information that others don't. And that's what's going to create the market value. So it's they see it as a normal thing that there's going to be insider trading, that there is insider trading as we speak in these prediction markets.
There are so many different things you can kind of bet on. There's like one tab that's just Venezuela and I have 31 different bets.
Can you tell us three?
Venezuela leader by the end of 2026. Venezuelan election scheduled by December 31st, 2026. Maduro prison time. 60 plus or no prison time. Those are actually close.
60 plus es que?
60 plus years.
Verga.
So 36% for 60 plus, 33% for no prison time. Um, I feel like a lot of this bets can drive decisions because there was a point last year where like there was some market numbers that is the US going to go into Venezuela, and then there was a period of time where it spiked up. I think it was like closer to the date
Okay.
that it happened. So I don't know, like you were saying, like some insiders can have knowledge, but maybe the people who make the bets can decide what might happen just because there's money tied around it.
Yeah, but do you understand how it becomes like a fraudulent environment where people have advantage of information and can make, you know what I mean? It's kind of like knowing, it's like having a friend that plays in the basketball team and he's telling you that somebody's hurt that nobody knows they're hurt. You see what I'm talking? Like it's unfair.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's fucking highly illegal.
Well, it seems like it's the next thing.
There's a guy called CoffeeZilla that he makes documentary mini pieces on YouTube about all these things, and he was mentioning some of this, and he has a shirt that he sells that says "Crime is legal," because it's almost like become legal. Apparently, Trump has made it easy for these prediction markets to sort of be within the legal bounds, right? Because they're like in a gray area.
Mm.
Because technically they're not gambling. Like, let me ask you, do you think that is gambling?
Yeah, it has to be. I think so. Yeah, you're driving the market up and down. Maybe it's
Right, but
not
like, don't you think just the fact that you are putting money on something happening or not, that's gambling? I mean, I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I literally think that's the definition of gambling in the dictionary. Can you search the definition of gambling? What is the definition of gambling? Because I want to see exactly what the people say
The people of the language.
of the language, Shakespeare and shit.
Damn. My internet's slow.
Damn.
Seems like I didn't pay for
Like
it.
I'm thinking it says something like gambling, the act of, or actually maybe betting is the one that we want to search for. Betting. Betting is the act of putting money towards a prediction in the future against someone that thinks the opposite is going to happen. I don't know, some shit like that. Like definition of betting.
The practice or activity of betting, the practice of risking money or other stakes in a game or bet.
I mean, that's the fucking thing, right? So
Yeah.
this prediction market is literally gambling. It's gambling on roids.
Maybe that's the loophole that we're looking for.
Yeah, but there's no loophole. Like they're literally gambling. I mean, look, you remember when we were talking about betting in the past? We spoke about like how parlay sort of put betting on another level, right? Of like emotion for people. People liked it more. It's more aggressive. The platforms make more money from it. But also we started noticing that some websites or some platforms started using these micro bets. So you're not only betting on the games, but like you're betting on how many yellow cards are gonna be. You're betting on, is this person gonna get a yellow card? You're betting on in the second inning, in the second inning, you can bet that the pitcher is gonna, hit the player, for example. And this made it even more aggressive. Now people are betting on single events within the game. And then now we have Poly Market and Kaushi, where now you can just bet on like random acts in the world. And this makes it, bro, like where you can, I guess, make a bet and then you go into the game and you do the thing. I don't know, like, people used to do things like that where they would bet somebody's gonna streak in the game. And then they have a streaker. Remember?
Yeah. I'm looking at this one. It's like guess the Bitcoin number would be up or down in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, so those
So
are
you
quick ones.
those are quick ones. So right now I'm looking, and then everybody you see like the bets that they're doing: $2, $7, $18, 20, 20, up, down, and they still have 2 minutes and a half to place a bet. Basically, if I put $10 right now, I win $19.
You see how this is getting into, because I saw a documentary on this. Like the kids that are in college and high school, this is like heroin for them because this hits their very quick response time that they have. They need things to be like quick. Like they don't have the attention span to like, oh, let me watch a game, and then I bet on who wins. No, I need to bet on like, and this quarter, how many yards they make? 7. Boom, I won, I lost. It's like a thing. It's like a constant stimulant in the brain, bro. Don't you see a correlation between the speed of that thing and also the speed of kids with attention? It's like a TikTok. It's like they need a TikTok of betting. That's what it is. It's a TikTok of betting.
The attention span. Uh, but it's crazy how fast it goes up and down.
The attention or what?
This thing, the betting thing that's going on right now.
Okay. No, I was getting a little bit more essential. Okay, so yes, so you haven't heard of this too much before?
Like I've seen this, and now this is on every sports or every newscast. They have these things, and then they can post it in their little banners in the bottom. They're like, they can also kind of influence the market that way. But something like gambling, that it's banned in a lot of states, yet places like ESPN has like all the betting systems going throughout any sporting event. Even the pre-shows, they're already talking about like bets that's gonna go throughout the game. So, and that's just like the regular betting as we know it, because that's a sports one. But maybe like Fox is gonna have, Bitcoin up or down, or who's gonna win the presidential, and then in a way it'll move the balance, and we'll see where it goes. And there's 41% chance for down. So it's just going to change the market overall.
Like, do you see yourself doing more of these bets?
No, because I think that now it's just going to get into other themes that, I may not know much about.
Right. So you're strictly sports bettor, sports gambler.
Not on a daily.
Right.
on occasions, but yeah. But I've done it, and
it's fun. It makes the game a little funner.
Right.
Would you say you do gambling light? You do like light gambling?
Yeah, no more than, I don't know, $3 or $4 in a bet.
Right, and just every very once in a while.
I haven't done it in a while.
Okay.
But I've been to casinos. I'm doing it in a casino.
Okay.
Which is a different or same system because it's through a machine, and then you get a ticket afterwards. You'll check your score and then go to I don't know what it's
the
called.
Cashier?
Like a bank. The cashier, yeah.
Like the money lady.
The money lady. And then they just gave me $3 because that's what I want.
Okay. It's more about the spirit of the game, not the
not the win.
Yeah. It's kind of like me when I play with my cards, Magic, and I win little tournaments. They give me like $7, $12. It's more like the honor.
Right. When I first started like doing a little betting, I remember having a parlay of like 4 teams, and I was needing one to win, and we were watching the game during work. So when my parlay didn't hit, I was very crushed afterwards.
It hurts.
It was probably gonna be like $100 win, so I wasn't gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah, Daddy was gonna go home packing that night.
Right, and then it didn't happen. Kind of got sad.
The ones where you're shooting for the highest are the ones that hurt when they fall.
Right, because you get like all this expectation of like, oh my God, I'm actually gonna do it.
Okay. Do you think the parlays, even though it is something that make people bet more, do you think it's like a cool feature? Like, you do like having that exponential win, or do you think? I mean, we talked about this before. We've mentioned that most of the money that these platforms make when it comes to strictly sports betting is through the parlay system because they make a lot more money through there because a lot less people hit those bets.
Right, right.
But I guess it is
Eh,
more exciting when you get them. So how do you see that?
those are kind of cool because you're basically betting on different outcomes to happen. And it gives it a different feeling for sure. I
You
kind of like
support it,
the parlay system. It's just more knowledge that you need to know.
right?
But
Okay.
I used to do little $2 bets and then win 60 or 80 and then kind of lose it all over again. But uh,
It does
those were
make
fun.
games more fun, right? Even if you're just putting in $2, $3.
Well, I know people who did $800.
Right, that's not fun for me.
Those are those are not fun because even though I wasn't part of it, I would see, when they lose, that would be my pain too. It's like, damn, my homie just lost 8 grand, $8, $800 on that shit. He was so
Okay.
sure about it.
Look, talking about prediction markets, I wanted you to talk to me about a certain market, and this is your specific market, which is the kitchen. You had asked in one of our conversations behind the scenes if menus in restaurants should have fewer options, and I wanted to get your opinion on this because I know that you have some thoughts on this. I wanted you to elaborate, and then I'll tell you what I think as well, coming from a civilian.
I think it would be more, I would like to know more your thought because I already know mine and it just you're gonna see my point of view as a working person rather than just somebody who's gonna go
All right,
enjoy.
I'll give you mine as a civilian, and then I'll hear yours as an insider.
Right.
So I always prefer places that have smaller menus. I mean, the first logic is food is gonna be a lot more fresh because they're rotating that product a lot quicker, right? You're not sitting on some sirloin that nobody has ordered for 3 weeks. I also like the fact of a place that just specializes in a few things because it normally means that they are actually really good at those things. You're not trying to be a jack of all trades. You're good at doing burgers and fries, for example, or you do pizza and that's it. I can get you like a little, what's it called? Like this little like cazuela with the tomato sauce, and I give you some fried bread for the entree. That's fine. Napolitana or cheese, that's fine. But in general, they just do pizzas. I have a place like that. If you're like the Cheesecake Factory where you do 300,000 plates, how fresh can it be? Now, that being said, I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory and I hear it's really good. So maybe I'm talking the shizness here. So now I want to hear what you think from your perspective.
You know what the sad part is? That you hit most of the points that I was gonna make.
God damn, bro.
Damn, you're
Let's
that good.
go.
Yeah, I was on board with the same things that you mentioned. But also I go to certain restaurants because I like the variety of options. If you go to a place like Cheesecake Factory, you know you're gonna have 30 different options and you're gonna be somewhat satisfied. The food might not be the greatest, even though Cheesecake Factory is somewhat good. But if you're feeling a little Thai, at the Cheesecake Factory, you can have a Thai wrap. I don't know, spring wraps.
Okay, so you do see a place for restaurants with big menus.
Right. Flanagan's has a big menu. Everybody orders the same shit all the time, but they have a big menu. Um, are they the best to ever do it? Probably not, but they're very good.
I mean, not every restaurant has its own perico room in the bathroom. So, you got to give it up.
Flanny's. You been to Flanny's?
Yeah. sadly.
Getting drunk? You got a drunken Fanny's?
Not my cup of tea. I'm more of a Twin Peaks guy. More of a Chili's guy. But yeah,
Mm.
look, no, but okay. So you're I don't know. You're not saying anything. Are you saying
That
that you think both have a place in the sun?
those those two places, what? Both places have a place in the sun.
No, no. What I'm talking about, both places meaning places that have small menus and places that have big menus.
Right. They
Okay.
can be useful because people like their options, right? But if I already know I want to eat Italian, I'm not gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory, even though they have a good selection
I
of
mean, Cheesecake
pasta.
Factory seems like you're going with like a big group, and you want to make sure everybody can order whatever the fuck they want to order from any
And also
cuisine.
it's right, and also it's a big place.
Oh,
So everybody's
how?
gonna be satisfied.
Right, it's gonna be full. Okay,
Also at the end you can have a very good cheesecake.
okay, because they do serve cheesecake, right?
They do have
It, it
the
it is a
factory there.
factory. Okay, okay, that's great to know. Now, but you also get my part of the smaller menu and the benefits that come with that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's my dream. If I don't have
Right,
a restaurant, to have like a small menu. Also, it's easier for kitchens to have a smaller menu.
easier to have inventory, easier to just prep everything, have everything fresh.
Places like IHOP, those have big menus, so they have different sets of eggs because they don't only have the cartons of eggs. They have the ones that are already like mixed.
Oh, really?
They have both.
Damn. So if you get the scrambled eggs, they give you the formula
Maybe it
one.
could be the formula one.
Shit.
Um, the
So little tip
pancake,
when you go to Denny's, better to get the fried eggs, right? Like over
right?
easy, whatever.
Because they're most likely not gonna be from a carton.
Yeah, it's not gonna be from a carton. It's gonna be from a tube. It's gonna be from a laboratory tube.
The I'm hoping IHOP makes their own pancakes, right? They mix their own mix, or is it like frozen pancakes that came in a bag?
It cannot be frozen pancakes. No, maybe the mix does come from somewhere.
Already
That's
mixed.
that's possible. But you have to do it in the moment. Otherwise, that shit doesn't taste. You just wouldn't do it.
I feel like yeah, maybe they sent the mix already mixed in bags,
Yeah, they'd probably do
keep it
that.
refrigerated, and then just put
Yeah, in the
into
U.S., everything
bottles.
is. You
Whatever.
remember when we worked at the pizzeria? Everything just comes in a bag, and then you
I thought
just
you were gonna say the name.
nah. I mean, I
No, no, you don't
wouldn't.
have to. You don't have
I
to.
wouldn't mind, but it was a good pizzeria. Me and Chef Maurice, we used to be like assistant managers, if you could believe that. Kind of, right?
Wow.
We're pretty much assistant managers.
Yeah. Did you wear a red shirt?
No, I didn't. I never got the manager shirt. Mauricio did.
I did.
I did, but he was the leader.
I was the leader of the pack.
He was the leader
Damn.
of the pack. So,
Did I think towards the end of my tenure there, our manager didn't want us scheduled together because
yeah, because she
we would.
understood when me and Chef Maurice worked together, it was a sexy time. It was a sexy time.
Have you ever thought about, we're friends and we're co-workers and we're like brothers.
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cute. Damn.
We've been through all this different stages,
Yeah, it's like we've been through like different movies of our lives.
but you've always been my main character.
You got a friend in me. We have the Toy Story song. Oh, that's cute, man. The love is there. I mean, the fact that we're doing this podcast 20 years later, 20 plus years later, says a lot. Says that we're
I've been
old.
counting. It's like 26 years.
26, that's crazy, bro. When you have memories from 26 years ago,
Mm.
start checking into life insurance. Just take a peek. Take a peek. All right, so okay, but which one do you prefer ultimately, or do you think that there's a room for you in your heart for the big menu places and the small menu places?
No,
Because
I
I'm a
like
small menu guy all the way.
I like the small menu because I understand that other people like variety, but I personally like straightforward menus where I can choose. Don't give me 10 different pastas. Give me like one or two where I can choose what I want from it. Same with like I like the smaller menus concept rather than I don't like to be too picky. I'll
Okay.
pick my shit. Like I don't want to be going back and forth between
Are you the type that
hamburgers
tries
and
to? I mean, I think you aren't because being a chef, I think this is like annoying for chefs. But like the type like, oh, you have this dish, but I want it like this. Can you take out this and add this?
no.
You don't
I
do that,
want to
right?
eat it how it was intended.
Right, right. Me too. I don't like little picky people. Like, take this off and put that there and put his egg in my mouth. What? Chill,
What?
chill. Now, this is the other thing you said earlier. Oh, you go to maybe Cheesecake Factory. Everybody can eat different things. Maybe somebody wants a carbonara. Maybe somebody wants some Thai stuff. Oh, I want a fucking steak from America. Because goddamn, Second Amendment. But my theory is if you have a group of people, you're going to go eat somewhere, it's not about everybody having a different ethnic option to eat. No, we're all going to go eat the same thing. Tonight is pizzas, motherfuckers, and beer from Italy. They have peronis.
Hmm.
Peroni.
I think they have that at Cheesecake Factory.
The peroni?
Hmm.
Okay.
Mr.
So what are you trying to,
Worldwide.
what are you trying to say?
That they are a worldwide restaurant.
Okay, are you a fucking spokesperson for the Cheesecake Factory here?
No.
What I'm trying to promote is you go to a place that only does pizza, and that's what we're eating tonight. Another day, we're going to an Indian place. They only do Indian place. You cannot go there and be like, oh, by the way, she actually wants chicken nuggets and fries. They're like, nah,
And they'll do it.
no, we don't do that here. So the small restaurant with small menu makes it so that we're all gonna go share the same experience. We're going to this place that does paella. That's all they do. Paellas, and a few sides, like the fixings. Croqueta.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it was like that time I went to the meat place, a meat restaurant.
mm-hmm.
It was a meat, a couple bell peppers, and I
Fries.
think it was like French fries. Yeah,
Yeah.
straight to the point.
To the point. Give me
The
the
meat, the meat is the star of
yeah, it's the start
the
of the
restaurant.
show. And then the fixings. The fixings is the accoutrements.
God damn.
Bro, I study my craft, dog. I'm just not out
Accoutrement.
there. Yeah, even language stuff. I study the thing.
God damn, dog.
I can't
On
deny
point.
it. I'm a fucking writer. You don't want to fuck with me? Hey, so okay, yeah. So I'm more of a small menu guy, but I get it. I think, I mean, in a way, you are right. I think there's a place for both, but I'm more of a small menu guy. That's more of a thing. Now, okay, so you do boneless wings. You're pretty much just doing chicken nuggets. That's a little bit, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I
But
wanted
I
to
like it.
ask you.
You eat the
You've
whole
been to
thing.
eat the whole thing. Yeah, if it's a chicken nugget, then you eat the whole thing.
Right. With the wings, you have to leave shit behind.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you something.
Superior.
Are food influencers ruining restaurants? As a chef, Michelin star, patent pending for different creations. What do you think of the phenomena of the influencers?
They should stop existing.
Damn.
I can see the good in it, but I also can see the bad.
All right,
Like
elaborate.
right now, I'm in a restaurant where they're looking for PR,
Mm-hmm.
so they would basically hire any of these influencers. And I've seen some of the videos that they made. They're kind of sad. Like they're not
Videos about the restaurant,
about the restaurant.
and it
Um,
wasn't good.
it wasn't good. And usually, well, the funny thing is that I overheard a conversation between one of these people calling the restaurant and then the manager talking to the chef about it, saying like, oh yeah, the food would be comp, so the food would be free for them, but in return we get an ad.
Okay.
So it was, I don't know, I overheard that and I kind of sad about it because we're giving away a meal to this influencer that the videos are not very Good.
Do they have a lot of followers? Do they do specifically food stuff?
Well, the two or three videos that I saw, they had maybe like 10,000 views.
Okay.
So I guess it's a good number. But did it drive the people to a restaurant? I haven't seen it change.
Yeah. And also, when the cost of the influencer is the meal, it sounds too transactional. Like, if you're a good influencer, you should have potential to actually make a change, and you should actually have a fee. You charge a fee. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But when it's like, oh yeah, just give me the meal for free, it sounds like you're a shitty influencer. You know what I mean? Like you sell yourself for a meal. Your work is a
Would
meal.
would you go and say like, no, I'll pay for my meal and then I'll review it as I see fit?
Yeah. Like, if anything, I mean, this depends on how you want to do things. I guess you decide if you want to be a real influencer that actually is subjective about things, or if you just want to push brands, which is what most people do, right? They just go to every restaurant and they say, this is the best burger in Madrid. Oh my God, this is the best paella in Miami, whatever. The way
Do
that I would do it
you
is, no, don't pay me. Don't give me the meal. I'm going to come here and do it. Um, and I will give my respectful and real review. And I think that's how you can make like an actual. Now, there's nothing wrong with like a restaurant contacting one of those influencers and saying like, hey, by the way, our place is available if you ever want to come do a review, you know. And then you don't give them the meal, but maybe you give them a free margarita and a little
call it
discount.
a night? Okay. I can see that. Would you be down if we ever get invited to a restaurant
For us, like we are the
to
influencers.
review? Right.
I mean, I think it will be a cool project, especially because you're a chef, and we will be able to provide an analysis from different perspectives. Mine's from a civilian, but that is very passionate about food and how food is made and the art behind it, and you from a professional, you know, award-winning, etc., chef.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it would be cool, but not because we're trying to get like money from it, but more like it would be good content for us to have like an extension of the podcast where we do more like food related things, right?
Should we get the producer to start booking a couple of restaurants?
Yeah, we're gonna fly you out here to Madrid.
I'll pay for my flight.
Okay,
Just make
just
the
book it.
reservations.
Just book it. You speak to the restaurants.
Oh, we
She,
have we have 200 followers
yeah,
and we do this for a living.
and we want a free meal.
Talking about this kind of make me think about what are we, not you and me, but we as a society willing to do to get recognition? Like, I I bring it up because I was watching some streams the other day, like streamers that I had seen videos of on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, let me watch a stream to see what they're all about. So the past week or so, I've been watching like two different streamers, and they're very good at the game they play at. That's why I watch it. But they do certain things that are questionable to me.
Okay, like what?
Like the screaming, there's a lot of screaming.
Mm,
Um, there's a lot of like weird dancing. So it's like
okay.
maybe do you need to humiliate yourself?
Like, it's very performative, but to the point where maybe he's doing too much.
Maybe it might be maybe what's the word? Um, like it gives you the ick,
Right, cringy.
cringy. Um, but when they're not doing that, it's actually pretty cool. Like I laugh and they play good games and they talk about shit and
I think maybe you enjoy those parts more, and then the younger audience enjoys the more hectic, crazy part. Because I have seen, even though I don't watch these streams, I have seen when I see clips of it that it's always based on a lot of like things going on and screaming and and I think that's what kids are leaning towards. That chaos. Testosterone is flowing. They're getting their first hard-ons, and they want that chaos.
Yeah, I do we have to get to that point?
No, I mean, I wish we didn't, but these are the kids that we have. This generation.
Maybe we're too old for those kids.
We are. I mean, we're definitely too old for a lot of things, and those kids, we're probably too old for them. I mean, legally and morally.
Am I still in a good age to wear baseball jerseys?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I mean, you have what a couple years before 40.
Right.
Yeah, then we're gonna start, to have a few changes.
When do I stop using baseball hats?
It depends, cause between 40 to 50, that's when you should stop. But the specific date will depend on how jovial you stay. You feel me? Like, because I consider myself, the other day I was playing Magic, right? And I'm 30, almost 37. And I was playing with a kid that's 16. Again, I didn't arrange this meeting. It was arranged by and I already know the kid. Like, we have a good relationship inside the card games. And I was asking him, like, oh, how old do you think I am? And he's like, oh, you're like 30.
Did you ask him for his phone number?
No, not yet.
Do you guys WhatsApp?
I like to go slow. So, look, I asked the kid, it's like, oh, well, how old do you think I am? And he's like, oh, yeah, you're like 30. And I'm like, thank you. That's why I like you as a good friend, because you make me feel young. And he's like, yeah, you're like, you speak like you're hip and shit. Like you're in the nose. So
a little Spanish boy told you this.
A little Spanish boy told me this. He didn't look so little though. To my defense. No, it's a cool guy I play with. And so I feel like me, I could probably extend it a little bit, because the kids, right, the generations below us, they consider me a cool guy that's, in the knowns.
I wonder what this kid said in Spanish.
Bro, you're pushing too hard on this. I'm trying to hop off, and you just keep going back to the kid. He's just a nice kid. We play card games, and it's just cool, There's all types of ages in this tournament. We don't discriminate.
Are you guys fully clothed?
Okay. So you have to figure out when is that point where you stop being jovial, when you're behaving so much as a boomer that now you cannot be wearing the baseball hats.
So my obsessions for hats need to stop soon.
I mean, I think you have like maybe a 5-year period.
Okay.
And then you really have to start looking into like, late life, retirement, how all that's going to happen.
So this is a new way of making money on streams, like doing ridiculous shit.
Yeah, I mean, you need to watch the Manosphere documentary by Louis Theroux on Netflix. It shows you like the extreme of that, Yeah, kids want to do crazy shit now. Every day now I see clips in Instagram from streams that happen in Kick. And it's all like viral stuff that they do. And I think it's actually dangerous. But because I'm not in it, I don't even know that it's happening. But every once in a while, like a clip surfaces,
I think, what was his name? Vitaly? He's like Ukrainian or... Russian. Anyways, he used to Russian, like pranks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he started doing videos on Kick. Like,
yeah. He got arrested in Vietnam or some shit, or the Philippines. He got released recently. He fucked around and he found out.
As some other people would say.
No, but for real though, he was like 10 months in jail or some shit. In like oh no, you know what it was? It was Thailand. Thailand don't fuck around.
He was uncovering like PEDs files.
Nah, I mean, part of it is that, but a lot of it is just, bro. You haven't watched the Manosphere?
I have not.
Watch it. They even go into like, it's like a trend where there's like very macho man guys do like these PDF files, stings, and then they beat them up. But there's like cases where like it might not even be someone that is a PD. It's weird, bro. They're like they do a lot of shit to go viral, and they do a lot of crazy stuff. But anyways, yeah, I mean that's the extremes that we've gotten to, where people are just doing like even life-threatening shit. What is that? As a dance or?
I'm trying to do something so we get more viewers.
That's not gonna cut it.
It's a lot of screaming.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
There's a lot of screaming on those videos.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the famous ones, KSI, no, well, KSI is from the UK, I think. But you have I Show Speed and Kai Sanat, and they scream a lot. It's part of the thing, and I like them. They're cool. I like their personality. But the whole stream they're playing, they're like because the kids like that. It's weird.
Yeah, one of the guys I watched the other day, he was doing that, like the whole shaking head, and then when people would make donations or whatever,
You go crazy.
they go crazy.
Well, that's part
And
of the entertainment.
Those were the parts where I'm like, this is annoying.
He's doing too much. But I mean, that is him showing appreciation to the people that are giving him money.
I think there's ways, right?
Okay.
But if that's what's getting the attention, then
Like maybe one day we'll do a live and we're like, look, donations. Every donation you do of more than 5, Chef Maurice does a little dance. Is that like we could do that, for example?
Okay.
Right? And you would say no, that's too much.
So you're basically paying the monkey to do the trick.
A little bit. A little bit, yeah.
God damn.
Okay, so I see that's the part that bothers you, like the whole circus act type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's too much. It's too much.
Okay. No, I mean I was
It's
just
too
fucking
intense.
around. I do agree with you. I do think it should be organical. That's not a word. It should be organic.
Organical.
Organical is something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I think you could also make it organic.
Organical.
Organical.
You know what? Use
can
it.
make
I think we can make it catch.
You can make it organic without having to fucking.
No, I think you can make it organical and still make it viral. Organically. Make sense?
Yeah.
Have you had any organics today?
I had.
You had? We went through
Yeah.
the Pennifer? Pennifer
No,
Lawrence?
through the Murphys.
Oh, Eddie Murphy's. So how many gummies
Yeah.
today? And this is just, we're doing a report at the end of the podcast.
No,
It's part of our FDA compliance.
an EC 30 mgs.
Okay, and what are 30 mgs? That's 3 bears?
3 gummies.
Are there bears? No.
No, this ones are round.
Just round. 3 of them.
The
Okay.
ones we find in the street.
Oh, you found
Those are
some in the
bears.
street. And those were fine. You guys took them.
I took them.
Okay, you tested them first.
I tested. Yeah, I have to pre-test it.
And it was
Can't give
good?
it to the fam like that.
Right. It was a good?
It did the job.
The thing is, you're like at a different level these days of edible tolerance. So I'm a little bit afraid, to match up with you. I mean, because, I told you about my situation a few weeks back. Maybe I haven't talked about it. I have some bud that is left after I vaporize it in my volcano. And I was just collecting it. Maybe I can make a tea or sorts. And then I heard that is the best you can use for edibles, because it's already been activated by the vapor. So you just put it in a bread, and that's what I did with like Nutella, just like chocolate. And I ate that shit, but I think I put too much. And I was like tweaking for a minute, like 2-3 hours. My heart was pounding, and I thought it was it.
Yeah, that's the only shitty part, that you can't control how much you intake. But that's why they take,
Well, you can
low
control it.
dosage.
You can, but you just have to be careful and not pass it, because Unlike when you inhale it, when it goes through your stomach, hence your liver, uh, the effect is more potent and longer. So you know how like you might get a bad high and you're like, fuck it, in a few minutes, maybe a half an hour, I'll be less high and then things are fine. Here, that span of time is not 30 minutes, it's like 4 hours. Or like you're like, fuck, I'm in this roller coaster and it ain't stopping. That's how I felt for a while. So just be careful, but if you do have some of that vaporized weed, save it and you can sprinkle it on a, PB&J. But just do little by little. Anyways, I told you, I'm like, hey, I'm doing this. I sent you the video of me eating it. And you asked me at a moment, hey, how's it going? And I told you, I confessed to Chef Maurice. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking going through a little roller coaster right now. I'm hoping to make it on the other side. And I did, as you do.
Have you done it since?
No, but I'm tempted to touch. I have here my little thing.
Damn. I feel like you can put it in butter and then have
Yeah.
butter. You don't have to eat the whole stick of butter today. You can just control it that way. And maybe your missus can make a sandwich and take it to work.
Yeah.
And she can feel some effect there.
So she can feel alive. Bro, she's the worst for that because she really gets stoned.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. I was watching some of the clips on YouTube for Coachella 2026. Have you seen some of the clips and the artists and shit?
I've been completely disconnected.
Okay, do this. Just search online Coachella 2026 on YouTube. Because I wanted to discuss with you, Coachella started as an underground music festival back in the day where it was very underground music. Then it became pop, and now you have like fucking Karol G, Shakira type shit. It's like a pop festival now. It's not underground music anymore. But I felt that this year, if you look at what Coachella does, is while the festival is going, they start putting out clips of performances, right? And bro, I feel like this year Coachella, as much as I criticize, some of their events because again, it's become too pop, they did like a retro move. They went backwards in time. And they have things like I wanted you to put it, but like the Foo Fighters, you remember this guy I think it's Jack Black, the guy from Seven Nation Army, that song? He played, the Strokes played, like a lot of bands that I know you know. It was like a throwback set where a lot of like Justin Bieber played, but he played his old songs. And it felt like a year where instead of having a lot of new acts, they went back to like 20 years and they had people from back in the day. They had Vanessa Carlton come out with Teddy Swims. And sing that song, making my way downtown, talking fast, hitting the pen, where the fuck you at? I think that's how it goes.
I saw a little bit of what Bieber did. The Biebs.
I thought it was cool.
He made money.
I thought it was cool. The Biebs, he like part of the show, he got out his laptop and he started like playing songs from the past and making like a hang. I thought that was original. I thought it was cool. But he did sing some songs. I mean, and that guy, man, what a fucking, like, what a talent, You know who I saw that I felt, oh, this is all the talk that I've been hearing about this girl. And then when I saw her perform, I'm like, oh, she's pretty fire. Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't even know that song was hers. And she sung it there with the whole stage, everything like well put. To me, it was like, oh, this is our Madonna.
Interesting.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter is like our Madonna, and Sydney Sweeney is like our Marilyn Monroe.
Wow.
Right?
Some deep thought on that.
Bro, I'm cooking here. Let me think of another.
I thought you were going to say Justin Bieber is the Sinatra of our time.
Damn, big words. But for example.
How did you feel? Did you see Karol G?
I did, but it's just always okay. Carol G, the show was super Latin, and I get it. She's Latin. We're Latin, or whatever that means. We're from a country that speaks Spanish that was colonized by the Spanish Empire. Now, does it have to be like super like how like this is what I felt. You know how Sofia Vergara, cool lady. She was in this show Modern Family, right? Is that the one she was in? And she would do her character. It would be very exaggerated. Like she had like the thickest act. Oh my god, I come here and where is everybody? To me, it felt like it was too much. Like he was trying too hard. And I felt like Karol G's performance is like she has like she's like shaking this and like it's all colorful and it's like a guacamaya and it's like the colors and the tambores and to me, it's a little too much. But you are a fan of Karol G, of her songs and of more. So I want to know, did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Okay, I want you to watch it because, I mean, I'll be honest, it was a good show, but I did feel it was a little bit too on the nose. Like, hey, we're Latinos and we're like, ooh, we're this, we're that. We're colorful. That's my thought.
She just wants to showcase a culture.
Yeah. So that's the other side of the argument.
I think we are that. Maybe you and I are not the most colorful Latinos.
Right.
But it is part of how we grew up.
Okay, but is it the case that like Bad Bunny did it too? Like in every showcase that we get, Latinos, we're gonna show, we're loud and we party. Is that like the thing?
I think that's the thing. That's our thing.
Okay.
That's a Latino thing.
Maybe that is our thing.
But let's be honest. Does the loudness of whatever Karol G did at Coachella or Bad Bunny did at the Super Bowl, does the loudness translate to people from other places that are not known as the loudest? Like
what?
Like I don't know. I want to say somewhere like we already talked about it, but somewhere like Paraguay.
Mm-hmm.
They're not known as the loudest. The Latino loudest, colorful.
Because they're more.
They are Latino.
Yeah. Right, but we're more Caribbean.
Right. So I think even though it doesn't translate to every single country, the main idea of the loudness of the Latino is there. Because at the end, that's how we're known. Okay,
but maybe we can showcase more things than just fucking that we like to show our asses and dance to the tambores. Or maybe I'm a bad Latino. Maybe that's true. All right, Chef Maurice.
Can we ask that?
I do ask the people that listen to us. I mean, is there any sense into what I'm saying, or is Chef Maurice right? Maybe that is what we are, and I'm here overthinking it.
Isn't like United States always like fat people and burgers?
Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't stand behind that. I don't stand behind that.
Yeah. Bitch, you said that.
No, it's more like Second Amendment and fucking,
guns and shit.
Guns and shit, yeah. And freedom, goddamn it. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Please let me know in the comments if it's okay for me to think this way or if I'm fucking, just taking it too far ahead, if I'm double thinking it. Are the Latinos just loud and we show our ass, or is there more things to it? Chef Maurice, thank you for joining. Thinking like,